Hi everybody and welcome back to the monthly Q&A video here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. I'm Andrew Rhodes, as always, here on the channel, the one, the only. I apologize if you can't see me, still have the light beaming down because of where I am. And also the echo if you hear it from, again, where I am. I do apologize for that. Hopefully this setup's only temporary. It's temporary, I am saying that. I am planning to eventually have another spot fixed up, and I will be set and ready to go there. So, fear not, friends. I'm working on it. A few other things I'm also working on, one of which is finding a better job or something else that's not my job. So, yeah, I know it's been one of those. It's been one of those months, guys. It really has. But anyway. I apologize if I sound a little scratchy or if I cough. I'm still getting over my cold. I have 20 questions, so it's time to play 20 questions. That's how many questions I have for this month's Q&A video, and I'm looking forward to answering them. I really am. So thank you all, by the way, for submitting your questions. Sorry, I just had a bit of soda to drink. So let's get into this, shall we? And the first question I have here is, who are your favorite characters from the legendary anime series Cowboy Bebop? Well, I actually like Spike Spiegel and Edward. Those are my two favorite characters out of Cowboy Bebop. I'm not a huge fan of Jet, and Faye is basically no better than Fujiko Mine from Lupin the Third, so that's it. She's just a femme fatale. Spike and Edward, those are my two favorite characters. They really are. Edward because she's just batshit crazy, and Spike because he's pilots the Swordfish, the fucking badass ship that is basically so damn cool. He's the one that was trying to take out the monkey virus missile in the hypergate, in the hyperspace gate, and I was like, this is just badass. And he's just that cool of a character. So him and Edward, those are my two favorites, hands down. Those are my two favorites. What's your neighborhood like in your area? Rural? I don't really know how to answer that any other way. I live in a rural area, so basically there's like farmland around here. There's a lot of grass. There's a lot of wild animals around here. It's not a city. It's not a suburb. It is a rural area. I mean, where I went to high school, where I went to school, basically elementary, middle, and high school, was a farming community. It's literally at the bottom of the hill. And where I go to do laundry and get groceries is at the other end of the hill. So, like, I'm literally on top of a hill. I go one way, I go to school, one way I go to work, and this basically when I was going to school was turn left. This is literally, I pull out, go up to the intersection, and it's turn left to go down to school when I was going to elementary, middle, and high school. Turn right to go grocery shopping and to do the laundry, or go straight to go into town. And for me now, it's go straight to go to work or turn right to go grocery shopping or do the laundry. So that's literally, I'm on top of the hill. But yeah, it's just a rural area. It's nothing really impressive. What are some behind the scenes stuff you do when it comes to making your review, rants, and podcast videos? Researching, for starters. You would not be surprised how much goes into it, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, he just like comes out here and bitches about stuff for like 20 minutes. No, I actually read, like if it's a rant video, I'll read what it is that I'm ranting about. I'm not going to come out and be like a moron and go, oh yeah, blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah. I actually read into it first to make sure that, one, there isn't something that I'm going to end up hating, or two, it doesn't violate any of the credos I have on my channel. Now, occasionally, there are things that slip through the cracks, and it does happen, but otherwise, I'm pretty good when it comes to that. When it comes to my reviews, again, I have to know the product, I have to understand it. If I'm reviewing like a TV show, I need to, I'll watch it, or I will Cliff Noto and go Wikipedia and then pull up clips on YouTube or try to pull up like some synopsises and or other reviews, and then try to like compile all the information together along with my own recollection of the show. So like if it's something that I grew up watching, yeah, I'm gonna have, thoughts on it. Then I'm gonna go see what other people said. I'm gonna pull up the research on it to make sure I'm getting the stuff right and double checking their stuff and then my stuff, and then I'll come up with something. Do I write scripts for it? No. Should I? Yes, but I don't. When it comes to reviewing like an item or something, like when I did the review for the Hunter x Hunter licenses, which it took me 3 attempts to get that thing done because it just refused to get decent audio, and I swear I should redo that, but I just don't want to. It was basically, I'm doing this because I think these things are cool. I want to show these off. I want to show people, hey, look what you can get on eBay. And I'm like, this is really cool. And it's still one of my popular reviews, too. I'm shocked at that. And then there's like the 3D printed Millennium Puzzle that I got made. I thought that was really cool. Same with the talismans. I bought them from the same seller on eBay. And I'm like, this is really cool. I want to show off what he can do. And I did. And I gave a review on it. And I gave my thoughts and opinions on it. I still have both of them. I still got to put a primer on them, though. Like a finish to them. Because that was left up to me. And I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I got to do that yet. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, that's what I did. That's what I do. When it comes to the podcast videos, though, podcast is just pull up topics. So and anybody that's been with the podcast for like the last couple of years, you know that I kind of frequent like Otaku USA Magazine, Kotaku, Anime News Network, sites like that to try to get topics for the week. It's something that, hey, this seems interesting. Hey, this is kind of cool. I mean, I could just do every single thing for the week, but that's not worth it, and it would take too damn long. And this way I can kind of like, hey, this is interesting. I can throw in my own 2 cents on it versus, oh yeah, let me just talk about this, then this, then this, and this, and just read right off the article. I mean, granted, I still do read off the article, but it's basically I read off the article, but then I also put my 2 cents into it. So it's an ebb and flow, so to speak, and that's what I do. So that's some of the behind the scenes stuff that I do. For other videos like discussion videos, it's basically just me talking about it. It's not a review. It's just me giving my thoughts on like a particular thing or just talking in general. Yeah. So that's basically it. Does your house have an attic? If so, have you ever gone in it once or twice? P.S. I'm a fan of basements and attics. Believe it or not, yes. We actually have a converted attic. For those of you that know, it was my grandfather's place. He passed away, but my mom and I are allowed to stay there for now. It's like a converted attic because that's where my room is basically the attic. There are 2 other attics in there. And I always find that word funny, addict. It's like you're talking like the house is addicted to something. Well, it's addicted to junk. There's one right at the top of the steps to the left. That's where we always had the Christmas tree and all the Christmas crap. And in fact, that's probably where it all still fucking is. And it's where it can all fucking die, as far as I'm concerned. And then there's another one that I actually haven't seen. I haven't been in that one myself, but it holds some stuff. It's not very big, and honestly, I don't really care. But yes, we do have an attic. In fact, it is really, 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 and I cannot stress this enough, really shitty attic. But yes, there's like 2 of them. And as far as basements, oh yeah, we have a basement. I don't go down there that much. We got to start making more trips down there because we have a water heater down there that's starting to give me some issues. Our pumps down there. It's where our electric panel that got replaced last Tuesday is. And there's just a whole bunch of, I got some junk down there I'm trying to get rid of on like Craigslist and eBay, but yeah, and it's my junk that I've had down there because there wasn't enough room in my room to put it. But yeah, it's just, yeah, well, yeah, we have an attic. I've been in it. It's not exactly, it's small. It's small, it's cramped, it's a pain in the ass, and I'm not a fan of tight, small spaces. I'm a big guy, I'm not a fan of small spaces, so there is that. And if you hear like a vibrating, humming noise, there's like an air compressor that just kicked on from where I'm at, so you're going to hear that. I apologize. Let's see here, next question. Oh, yeah. Do you have any unreleased audio files to videos that you have stored up on your laptop, including one rant video that you didn't like and scrapped before uploading it? Just curious, that's all. Yes, actually. I have the audio yet for Reboots, Remakes, and Retcons Episode 3, the one that I refuse to put out because I'm like, this is just... I'm recording it, and I'm like, this is idiotic. And I looked at it, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I recording this? And I'm like, you know what? The hell with it. And I just ended it. I'm like, it's not worth me doing it. It's not worth the time and effort I was putting into it. It was 3 episodes in. Believe it or not, I mean, there's a couple shows that I remember watching as a kid that didn't make it past episode 2. So it's not a big love loss for me. I still have the one rant video yet that I haven't put up yet. I don't think I ever really will. As far as, like, other stuff, no, because I try to use it up if I can, as best I can, as quickly as I can. But otherwise, yeah, there are some audio files that I have, some stuff that is unreleased. It's just, it is what it is. It is unreleased stuff. But, yeah, I do have some things that are unreleased, so there's that. How many friends on Twitter do you have? Okay, friends or followers? Well, actually, yeah, there's a huge difference. Friends, I would go, let's see, Cap, Suzaku, Zero, Ben. I think about 5 on Twitter. And it's 5 that I talk to a lot. Yeah, 5. Yeah, actually, exactly 5. The rest of them are like acquaintance / they just follow me. I have like 1 or 2 little like conversations with them every now and then, but I wouldn't really consider them friends. I would just consider them, hey, hi, yeah. It's sort of like a classmate that you have in school all the time. It's an acquaintance. But yeah, I have like 5 exactly. If I did the math right, I should have 5. I know it's not a lot, but I don't even know how many Twitter followers I have. I'd actually have to look that up, to be honest with you. I know I follow a lot of things on Twitter, but I don't think I have that many followers on Twitter, so it is what it is. But yeah. Let's see here. What's the next one here? Oh, yeah. If you had a dad growing up, what would he be like and how? I was told he was like me, in a way. So I don't really know. I don't really have a good way to answer that. I mean, if you really wanted to ask me a question like, if I had a dad growing up, would life be a little different? Oh, yeah, probably. For what my mom always kept telling me, it would be extremely different. But yeah, I really can't have an answer. I really don't have, well, I shouldn't say I can't. I don't have an answer for that. I wish I did, but I don't have an answer for that. So, yeah, please don't take that the harsh way, but I don't really have an answer for that one. Sorry. Let's see your next question here. If you were made of stone / gem, what would you be made of? Granite? I don't know. I always like granite. I think it was I just think it's kind of cool, so I'd go with granite. I mean, I could pick like a really hard thing. I could go diamond, but no, I could say like opal or, pearl or something, but no, granite. I'll go with granite. It's a stone, granite. It's a type of stone. I'll go with granite. I'm just gonna go with granite. I don't know why. Okay. If you could save one animated character from dying, who would it be? Are we talking permadeath or in their series? And I'm just basically screwing the timeline because there is a huge difference in that. If we're talking permadeath, probably Ace from One Piece, because honestly, he got screwed. Like, wholeheartedly, he got screwed. We see how much of a badass he is in the early stuff. Then he gets taken down by Blackbeard on Bonnaroo Island. And I'm pretty sure it was Bonnaroo Island. And then he gets, he was put up for execution. That's what led to the battle at Marineford. And then he gets taken down by Suzaku, or Sasuke. Or, well, he gets taken down by the one admiral, and then he, yeah. I think it was Sasuke, if I remember Garp telling Sengoku, you better keep me held down here, I'm going to kill Sasuke. And honestly, he probably would have. I'm not even though Sasuke had, I know I'm mispronouncing it probably, even though he had a Logia type devil fruit, I think he would have. I think Garp still would have killed him. I honestly do. I kind of feel like Garp would have just chucked him into the ocean or smashed the ocean and just like picked him up, chucked him right into it, and then just let the ocean finish him off. It's like, here, now you're gonna die down here. Problem solved. But yeah, but I would definitely pick Ace from One Piece. Definitely. If there's like another character, well, Android 18, but then she came back from her getting absorbed by Cell, but then Gohan had Cell spit her out, so that doesn't really count. I'm trying to think of other animated characters I know of that died. Because that's what I said. If we're talking permadeath, well, then, like I said, I would save Ace, definitely. But of course, then that would also screw over Sabo, because then he wouldn't get the devil fruit, then the Mera fruit, he wouldn't get that. Spoiler, I guess, then, if you didn't, well, how the hell can you spoil One Piece at this point? Everybody talks about it like every freaking week. Everybody talks about it like every freaking week is One Piece. Yeah, I'm trying to think like other characters I know of that had permadeath. I mean, there are characters that die like outside of the control of the fans because like either the voice actor or actress died, or they can't write the character anymore, or fans didn't like the character, or the executive committee didn't like the character. There are some that I really can't say, but if I could save at least one that I know of as like permadeath, I would pick Ace from One Piece, beyond a doubt. Ace from One Piece, I would say. I would have said Yuki from SAO, but her death actually had a lot of weight to the series. And I would say, yeah, that was a bad thing that she died, but in all honesty, and I really hate, please don't chastise me for this, it showed the frailty of humans. The frailty of humanity that we had forgotten about, and that the series, at least up to season 3, season 3 can just go fuck itself right the hell, completely. It can just go right the hell. I didn't even see Ordinal Scale yet, and that's the last thing SAO related I actually want to see, because season 3, just forget it. I wash my hands of season 3. As far as I'm concerned, SAO ended at Ordinal Scale. End of discussion on that. That's where I'm going with that. Yeah, it ended at Ordinal Scale. But yeah, like her character, I would say, well, I could see, if I could save her character, I would. But at the same time, her character, quote, dying, did bring about a lot of change for a lot of other people. I mean, it was the technology that she was using that was created by Kayaba in the first place to allow other people to eventually receive similar things. It's what they ended up using to save Kirito in season 3 in a way. So, yes, as much as I would love to say, let me go save Yuki, unfortunately, hers is a necessary death, and that pains me to say it that way. It really does. But yeah, and I cried at her. I cried when she died. Damn it, I cried. I will not deny that. I cried. I fucking cried. Do you have any portraits in your house? Are we talking like self-portraits or regular portraits? Just picture portraits, yeah, there's a few dozen. There's one of my grandfather and I that we got when I was young. There was one of my mom and her siblings. There's like a whole shit ton all over the house. Are we talking like self-portraits that are like you took it yourself or you painted it yourself? No. If we're talking like regular portraits, like somebody else took the picture, yeah, there's a shit ton of those all over the place. What are your thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog, both the character, the games, and the movie? I think Sonic is a great character. I think Sonic's pretty cool too. Sonic Unleashed sucked. That was the last Sonic game I played. It was for those of you that don't know which one that one was, that's the one where Sonic became the Werehog. Yeah, after Eggman kind of screwed the pooch a little bit and tried to fuck the Chaos Emeralds in a way, and created Sonic's Werehog form. It was a pain in the ass to play that game. I didn't even finish it because I had a controller at the time. It was a wireless controller. I loved it. It took 3 AAA batteries, and it ate those things up like a 5-year-old at a candy factory. It ate the fucking batteries like crazy. And I'm literally in the middle of a fight, and the batteries die, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, fuck this. I'm done with this controller. I'm done with this game. And I was like, no, I'm done with it. I didn't like Sonic Riders 2. The first one I liked. The first one I did like. The second one, I hated it. I never played Sonic. There was the one Sonic game for the DS I played. It wasn't Brotherhood or it wasn't Chronicles. I don't remember what. It was the one that had silver in it that you could unlock. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But yeah, I like Sonic's character. I think Sonic's pretty cool. I did like Sonic X, that animated series. I thought that was pretty cool. I think Super Sonic's really interesting. You have like the blue hedgehog that goes yellow by collecting all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds, and you have Shadow, his alternate ego, the alternate, I guess, to him. And it's just, yeah, I like Sonic the Hedgehog. I think Sonic's a pretty cool character. Do I think Sonic, it's like Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah, both the character of the games and the movie. I think Sonic's a cool character. As far as the movie goes, I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I will say it till I'm dead. They purposely did that. No doubt in my mind anymore. Because it started off with, here's teaser images, here's teaser posters, and you're seeing these long legs, you're seeing this god-awful look, and it's just like the shoes. You're seeing this silhouette, and we're like, no, this can't be Sonic. Then we see the trailer, and it just erupts in a massive shitstorm of, fuck no. And I don't blame anybody for getting pissed off at it. I was mad as hell, too. And this was going on, and then lo and behold, I would have said, I'm going to say this. I would have said, okay, no problem solved, it's going to be taken care of, if they would have came like a week later or 2 weeks later and said, you screwed up, we apologize. Less than 24 hours, I kind of am a little skeptical. When you're pushing this much, they could have fought back a little bit and said, hey, well, just give it a chance. Let it grow on you. Give it a week. Less than 24 hours. They bent to the peer pressure, either A or B. They had this plan from the start. And if it was planned from the start, that makes it all the more sketchy as hell and pisses me off more. Because then it's basically like, yeah, we knew we were fucking yous. We didn't care. And honestly, I don't think they did. I don't think they really gave 2 shits if they were going to screw you or not. It was basically, meh, you guys suck, and we all fell for it. So, as far as the movie, though, goes, I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't actually see it. I saw the Cliff Notes version of it. I'm kind of hoping that they explain a little more, because I did read a plot synopsis then. I am really hoping that they explain more of the rings, the portal bullshit, all of that god-awful stuff that they threw into this with the fucking rings. Here's a portal. Please explain this shit at some point in the second movie. And I am going to agree with the one person that left a comment on my one video when I complained about Mario. I swear to God, if there's freaking portals in that Mario movie, don't even bother. You will piss off. You will piss off every single person there. Better yet, explain the fucking bird. Explain the whole island. Explain where the fuck Sonic came from. Give me an explanation for that, please. That's what I'd like. That's the only gripe with the Sonic movie I have. Is that they never... sorry, I had to breathe a little bit. They never explained that. They never gave the explanation of, oh, this is why Sonic had the rings. This is why Sonic's guardian had the rings. What are the rings? Why did the guardian have the rings? Where the fuck did Sonic come from? Why are they... explain this shit, please. That's all I ask. An explanation, please. I think Sonic's a cool character. Just please explain this stuff somehow, some way, please. Just please. All right, next question. What we got here? Here we go. Favorite flag from any country? Honestly, I don't know every single flag from every single country. I can tell you Japan's is a red dot on a white flag. I can tell you the U.S.'s flag. I can tell you Canada's flag, and that's Italy's flag, I think, and Great Britain's. That's about it. Unfortunately, unlike most people, I'm not Sheldon Cooper, and I do not have a show called Fun with Flags. I don't know. The sad thing is, I actually have an almanac at home. It's not an almanac, is it? No. It's an information book. They came out with like every year. I always thought it was an almanac, but I don't think it is. I mean, it's not an actual almanac. It's more like an information book. And they have every single flag in there, and I never look at it. I never look at it. Never. I mean, most of the stuff you can pull up online, and I'd have to pull them up online to like really get an idea of it. And I'm just like, 1, lazy, 2, lazy, and 3. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's probably some like really good ones, some really cool ones. I don't know all the flags of the world. I wish I did, but I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. It's sad. I know. I mean, I don't know every single flag. It's sad, but it's at the same time it's true. I don't know. Can I put a pin in that one and come back to it? Can I put a pin in it? Which genre for shows, movies, and anime is great and why? Sci-fi, comedy, action, adventure, fantasy, horror, etc. Honestly, when it comes to anime series, it depends upon what it is you're doing. If it's a horror anime, well, first off, don't expect me to watch it. I'm not a huge fan of the horror anime genre. I'm honest, I'm not. If it's a sci-fi one, yeah, but sci-fi also breaks into several other things. You have like sci-fi, so you got like robots or mechs. You have there's so many of them. Well, there's like mystical. That sometimes, well, no, that falls under fantasy, I guess now. But science fiction, you have like the mech genre. You have the space exploration genre. So there's like action event. There's like sci-fi adventure. There's mech. It breaks off. So it would depend upon what your preference is for that. As far as like for movies go, I think the science fiction ones. I think that well's starting to get pretty well dry. Especially with the fact that they just keep making them bigger and bigger and bigger, and they keep trying to outdo fucking Disney, which they're never going to do. It just starts becoming a pain in the ass. Because you're basically going there and seeing them flapping and basically stroking their dicks to show you, hey, this is, what we can do, special effects wise. And it's like, yeah, I don't care. I want to see the story. I want to know about the planets. I want to know about this, entire civilization that you have in the science fiction universe. And no, it's mostly special effects, CGI. Here's what I can do with Blender program for 20 minutes. It's fucking annoying. As far as TV shows go, comedies are pretty good. I can name a few of them that are really good. It has to be like a slice of life comedy, and those are really good. There's one that I've been watching that my mom and I both agree season 3 is going downhill fast. There's like one good episode, and we're 4 episodes in. We're 4 episodes in, and there's only one good episode so far, and that's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And it's like barely a good episode even. It like really hits like the level. It's Bob Hart's Abishola. And first season, loved the pilot episode. The rest of the episodes were just amazing. Second season, oh my god, they just kept like going really good. And I'm like, this is great. Of course, then you had the whole COVID thing, which kind of screwed production a bit, but then they got back on it, and I was like, yeah, it's fine, I don't care. I mean, there could have been a writer's strike, and that would have halted the show, too. Season 3, oh, God. The first 2 episodes felt like filler, and they were not supposed to be filler. They finally got married. Spoiler, by the way, if you didn't watch it, they got married. And it's like, the first 2 episodes felt like filler. The 3rd episode, which is the really good one, they try to, Abishola wants to fix up the house. And she's like, this is the couch I've always wanted, and this, and it's like, oh, this is great. So it's like, oh yeah, the couch, there's no TV, everything else is out in Bob's garage, waiting to be hauled off to the junkyard or sold, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, God damn it. Then, and this is the best part, and I love this. I had a trash bag back here covering something up. There we go. That's all. Sorry about that. Anyway, where's it? Oh yeah, and episode 4 was just filler. I think we're in the I think we're 5 episodes in. Yeah, fuck, we're 5. Holy shit, we're 5 episodes into this, and it really does suck. That's not good. There was only one good episode. There was another episode where Bob's mom's coping with. She's still recovering from her stroke. She's still in a wheelchair. Nobody really cares about her. And then you had the last episode where it's basically a filler, and it felt weak as shit. And I'm like, oh, God. So, yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, if it's a slice of life comedy, if it starts losing, like, the luster, it will start to hurt. But as far as, like, which genres for shows is great and why, horror shows, depending upon what it is, could work. Fantasy shows, again, it would also depend upon what it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to make a show like Game of Thrones, but it's not Game of Thrones, don't try making it. If you're trying to be like Game of Thrones, but yours is nothing like it, I wouldn't even try it. Just, like, don't. I like the little YouTube show Hell of a Boss. I've been fucking watching, like, all 6 of the episodes so far. Or no, sorry, all 7, including the pilot, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I think I've added at least 1,000 views to the one alone. And I love the show. And it's a spin-off from Has Been Hotel. And I love Hell of a Boss more than Has Been Hotel. No offense to Vizzy Pop. No offense. Has Been Hotel sucks. I'm sorry. I didn't like that. Hell of a Boss. I love that show. I want more. Please tell me there's more coming. Please. I really want more. I feel like Oliver Twist here. Please, sir. I want some more. But yeah. But anyway, science fiction works for television shows, as you had like Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, Eureka, Warehouse 13. Basically, look at the Sci-Fi Channel back when it gave a rat's ass. Not now anymore. Now it sucks. Look. I know, I just caught hell from nerds for that, I know it. Look back at the Sci-Fi Channel back when it was good. That would work. As far as anime goes for it, yeah, same deal. Movies, fantasy movies I think would work pretty good. Horror movies are that weird, it is a literal weird avenue. Because you're going to have the diehard horror fans, you're going to have the casual horror fans, and you're going to have the people like me that really don't want to go see a horror movie. And trying to make something that's going to appeal to all 3 groups is never going to work. You either got to pick. That's one of those you got to pick a lane and stay in it, and that's literally what it is. And that is the horror genre in general. You need to pick a lane and stay in it. You either want to gear it towards the hardcore horror fans, or you want to gear it towards the casual horror fans, or kind of the in between avenue. Like you have them on the one side, the others on the other side, and you're kind of like literally squeezing yourself right in the middle. That's an idea. As far as like other shows go, like action adventure shows, not for TV. Unfortunately, they got overshadowed by dramas because they were just kind of like thrown in with that. So like you have like NCIS, CSI, I'd say Dexter, Breaking Bad, shit like that. They got overshadowed with dramas. So it basically became more of a drama-centric series, more so than an action and adventure series, and that's what sucks about it. So action and adventure doesn't work for television. Movies, it'd work depending upon what it is you're doing, and anime will always work out well. Fantasy is the same way. TV-wise, unless you're trying to be like Game of Thrones, or you're trying to be like a generic fantasy adventure, because I'll even throw this one in, The Barbarian and the Troll. The one that I talked about, I did a rant video that I said that was way too good for Nickelodeon. I actually had to defend myself against the creator. She thought I was bad-mouthing her show, and I'm like, no! In no way am I bad-mouthing your show. I loved it. I'm watching this, and I'm like, this is good. And I'm like, this is on Nickelodeon. But this is good. But this is on Nickelodeon. But this is good. And I'm like, no, you misunderstand me. I said, your show's too good for Nickelodeon. I no way was I knocking the show. I think the show is fucking beautiful. It's way too good of a show for Nickelodeon. That is something that Nickelodeon should have been looking at going, we don't deserve this. No, you don't. I will not deny that. I honestly hope it gets a second season. I think it did. I'm hoping it continues, but of course it's Nickelodeon, and that's the main reason why I said it's too good for Nickelodeon. Because we all know what happens when something's really good on Nickelodeon. It finds its way over to Nicktoons, and then it dies. But yeah, so sci-fi works for certain aspects of shows. Movies, I think it's been done to death, unfortunately. And as far as anime goes, it'll always have its space in anime. Comedy works on all three levels if done correctly. Action, adventure, movies, and anime. TV shows been overshadowed by drama. Fantasy, same deal. Works better. In this case, it'll work better for movies and anime than it will for TV. It's TV, it breaks it up too badly, unfortunately. Movies, you can have it be fleshed out because you'd have 1 to 2 hours that you can screw with this, and it can work out really well for that. It could be an 85-minute runtime or 135-minute runtime, and it'll work because you can really hammer it home, and you can flesh it out a little better than you can with a TV series. Anime will always work if done correctly. And as far as horror, like I said, it's pick a lane. You either hardcore or casual. There's no in between. It's a Yoda principle here. It's either do or do not. There is no try. But yeah, that's my that's my thought on it. So I hope that explains it. I hope. Let's see here. What's your favorite song of all time? Are we talking anime openings or just songs in general? Because I have a lot. I have an entire MP3 player. I should rephrase that. Because my mom and I had to upgrade our phones. Because, of course, we have TracFone. And TracFone sent us emails, and they're like, you need to get a newer phone. You have no choice in the matter. Because 5G, your phones are 3G. They're not going to be supported much more. We're holding it back as long as we can, but you really need to upgrade your phone. So I'm like, God damn it. And I got one for me, and I got one for her. And the thing is, I took her old phone then, because I actually asked her, I said, okay, because we're trying to figure out what to do with our old pieces of junk now. I just don't want to chuck it in the trash. It's, still useful. I mean, I could use it like a little gimmick prop or something. So I took her old phone. And now I have been looking for an MP3 player for the longest fucking time that is rechargeable, because AAA batteries are expensive as hell right now, and they are hard to find. And I just wanted something a little better. So her old phone worked out perfect. Unfortunately, I kind of shot myself in the foot here. I removed the stuff off the SIM card, off the SD card. I kind of wish I wouldn't have done that, because that had the internal clock setting on it. And if I wouldn't have screwed with that, I would have had a clock on that. And I'm like, damn. I kind of shot myself in the foot on that one. But I now have a better MP3 player. And I have most of my music on that. And it's a 4 gig SD card. It's a micro SD card. It's 4 gig. And I don't even think I have that half full. And that's not counting the other little bits of stuff on there. I don't even think I have that half full. So I have an entire MP3 player of music. So if you're asking me what my favorite song is, I'll just point you right to my MP3 player and go pick a song, because if it's on here, I like it. I mean, I got some Lori Morgan on there. I got some Sonata Arcadia on there. I have some anime openings on there. I have some Meatloaf on there. I have, if I like the song, it's on my MP3 player. This is flat out that simple. If I like the song, it's on my MP3 player. So I'll just point you to my MP3 player. So, yeah, that's going to be, like, my best thing. But if we want to talk, like, all-time favorite, one that I really like, I do like the opening for Icon, the Feel Like Our Days. That is a really good song. Even though I can't understand this damn thing they're saying, it's just really nice hearing it. I do like a couple Sonata Arcadia songs. Kingdom for a Heart is one that I really, really do like. That actually is what got me into Sonata Arcadia. So I watched an AMV of it, and I was like, this is really good. And I'm like, that started me looking for it, and I'm like, I'm liking this. And I fell in love with it. So, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, if we're talking, what's your favorite song? Here's my MP3 player. Take a pick. I'll have to pull that up and show that in a video then sometime. Hold on. Let me pause it. I'll go grab it quick. Hold on. I will be right back. All right. So I paused it so I could run and get it. So this is my new MP3 player. My mom's old LG phone. I actually ran to get it. So this is my MP3 player now. It's touchscreen. It actually doesn't have a camera on it yet because it was a phone. So this is really cool. But this is what my MP3 player is now. Honestly, this works really good as an MP3 player. It really does. I have this really chintzy set of earbuds that I use right now for it till they burn out, and then I just replace it with ones that I got from the Dollar Tree. But yeah, so this is my MP3 player now. I mean, I also have one that's like a little rubber ducky that I got for like a buck or two on eBay. But to be fair, I only bought that because it was a little rubber ducky. I was like, I have no intention of using you for what your intended purpose is. I don't know how good you are, but you're a rubber ducky. I was not going to pass. It was too cute to pass up for like $2. I was like, I'm not passing that up. But yeah, if I ever have like what's your favorite song? Here's my MP3 player. Just take your pick. Anything on my MP3 player, I like. So, yeah. All right. Next question now that I get my... as I catch my breath here. Did you ever watch both VR Troopers and Big Bad Beetleborgs? Yes. I actually liked VR Troopers. When I was growing up in elementary school, it was kindergarten, I watched Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. First grade, it was VR Troopers. Second grade, it was Samurai Pizza Cats. Then third grade, it was pretty much Power Rangers on. I did watch Big Bad Beetleborgs. I love the Shadowborg 5-part miniseries. That was really good. I liked Beetleborgs Metallics. The sad thing is, I had to watch the final episode years later on YouTube because both times I could watch it, because this was back when they aired the final episode of it. What Fox Kids did, if it was on like 7 o'clock in the morning or 7:30 in the morning, it'll be on again at like 2:30 in the afternoon. They'll replay it. I overslept and missed it in the morning, and I got in trouble before the afternoon, and my mom yanked the TV out. Like, literally took the TV, unplugged it, wrapped the cord around, picked up the remote. I should say picked up the TV. Picked up the remote, popped the batteries out, and then she picked up the TV. It wasn't that big of a TV. Then she picked up the TV and moved the TV, and it's like, you're not allowed to watch TV for the rest of the day. And I missed it. And I was like, God damn it. Because, I overslept in the morning, and then I got in trouble in the afternoon before it came on. I missed it, so I was like, damn. But yeah, so I did watch Big Bad Beetleborgs, and I did watch VR Troopers. I kind of liked Ryan's second suit, the bluer one. And then years later, I would find out the whole like lore behind it. So it turns out it was 2 different shows that Haim Saban had merged into one. That's why Ryan's character never fought in the trooper suit. Why he never fought aside of JB and Caitlin. They were never in the same show. That's why. And then when they used the 3rd suit, it was just like a complete different. It was a hodgepodge, and it was a goddamn good show. I love that one. Trooper Train. I still have the. I'm not running for that because that I'm not running for. But McDonald's had a VR Troopers toy thing they gave away, and it was like the Happy Meals. And when I was a kid, I always ate Happy Meals. I always loved Happy Meal. So they had the VR Trooper toy set, and one of them was the transforming thing. That was like this little crappy kaleidoscope thing, and then like a thing there. I still have that. I don't have the lanyard that it came with because, first off, it would never fit my fat neck. And I use it like a keychain, good luck charm, when I'm really having a horrible day until I can find something better. But I still have that. I still have it. Because I remember they always picked up, they're like, Trooper Transform, we are VR. And I always loved that. But Beetleborgs, though, I'm going to say this. Out of the 2 of them, I like Beetleborg's transformation thing better. Or it's like Beetle Bonder, Beetle Blast. It's like, you know what they're fucking doing here. With VR Troopers, it's like, Trooper Transform. It's like, what do you calling us to action here? What the hell? I mean, at least with Power Rangers, they go, it's morphin' time. We know what's coming. Trooper Transform. Oh, okay, what are we transforming into? We are VR. That was the part that I always got the biggest joke out of. But as far as Beetleborgs, though, I love the Beetle Bonder. I actually did have 2 of the 3 main Beetleborg vehicles. And then years later, I got my hands on Gargantus at a flea market. And then I sold Gargantus 10 years ago. But I did have Gargantus. I love that thing, and I'm like, this thing's hulking and massive, and I'm like, there's no way a child would have bought this. And I'm like, what the hell is it doing? It just moves. It just crawls on the fucking floor. That's all it does. You attach the Beetleborg vehicles on top of it, and it's like, that's all it does. I'm like, and as I'm looking at this as an adult, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we had a lot of imagination back when we were fucking kids. I'm like, man, when I was a kid, I had a lot of an imagination, didn't I? But not anymore. That's like, I had an imagination. Had being the key phrase. But yeah, I actually did have a lot of VR Trooper toys, though, too. So I had, like, I had Ryan, I had JB, I had Caitlin. I did have an LED, I think it was Tiger Electronic game where they put the screen thing in for it. I had that. There was a VR Trooper cassette thing that was pretty cool that I had. But yeah, I did have some of the figures. They were pretty cool. I did this. So I did watch both of them. I loved both the series. They were one of my favorites growing up. Tremendously. I freaking love VR Troopers. And, well, Beetleborgs too, because Beetleborgs Metallics wasn't bad. I never got my hands on Roboborg though, and it always bothered me. I only had like the 5-inch one that didn't transform. I wanted the transforming one so badly, I never could get my hands on it. The local KB Toys, before they went out of business where they were at, when I was a kid, they had one, and even when they had it on sale, I couldn't afford it. It was like a $50 toy, and even when it was on sale, I couldn't afford the goddamn thing, and I was pissed about that. I'm like, man, I really want to get this, and I still couldn't afford it, and I was like, it always bothered me. It's the one thing I'd really love to have gotten my hands on, but yeah, I did like it. The ending did confuse me a bit, because you had the whole plant, like I don't know what the hell type of monster that was supposed to be. Less Fortunes just finally had enough of Nukas. It's like, the hell with you, I'm done, I'm going back to prison. And in all honesty, I'm kind of getting the feeling that Art probably put a good word in for him to get him out of prison, or at least get him like some counseling, because you figure he was held under duress, if you really think about it. Probably just get him some counseling, and then started working with him again. But it makes sense if you watch the original, what was it, Juka Fighter, or Juka B Fighter, or whatever it was called. If you watch the original Japanese series that it was based on, it makes more sense. The ending makes more sense. Without watching that, it doesn't make any sense. And I think what bothered me is that if you look at it, Drew and Roland were the only ones that got the better weapons. Roland basically was the one that was supposed to get Boron, and Drew was supposed to get Roboborg. And of course, nothing for the other ones. It's like, well, fuck you. But yes, I did watch. I did watch Beetleborgs and VR Troopers. So, do you plan on getting the new Demon Slayer game? Probably not. For two reasons. One, I don't own a game console anymore. Aside from a Nintendo DS, I don't own a game console. Most of my gaming is tablet. I do like mobile games. That's about it. So I don't own a gaming console anymore. The last one I had, the last console I had was a Nintendo GameCube, and I sold it. This would have been back, I want to say 2015, early 2016, because I needed the money. And I sold it. And do I miss it? Oh my God, yes. It was one of my favorite consoles. It was my very first ever console that I owned. I had a Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy Advance SP, Nintendo DS, and Nintendo DS Lite. I sold my DS Lite, I sold my SP, and I sold my Advance. I still have the regular DS yet. And I had a PlayStation. I had a PS2. I actually had three of them. The first one died. Screwed GameStop over by selling it back. Sold it back to them because this is the fun thing. GameStop never fucking checked their systems. So I remember I'm like, I wanted to get another one. And the guy's like, well, does it work? Yeah. Technically it turns on. Does this spin? No. I don't know why. You might have a spindle back there that can fix this. I can't. And in all honesty, they probably did and sold it as refurbished, or they just chucked it. I don't know which. But they never checked the actual fucking system. Like, take it, hook it up to a TV, see if it fucking plays. It'll take you like all of 10 seconds to do that. Because what they could have done is, here, we'll have this little, surge protector right here, and we'll have the different plugs in here, plug it into the thing, turn the surge protector on, and then hook it up to the TV. Let's see if it plays. Oh, okay, well, it comes on. No disc. Because I remember the one person at the one GameStop did do that for a couple games. Because the one lady started complaining about it because she's like, I don't understand why you won't take this. Man, the game doesn't play. It loads up and it stops right here. It doesn't do anything else. So that kind of bothers me. I kind of wish they would have, in essence, I want to say, I wish they would have tested it. But then again, I sold it back to them. I sold it to one that I hated, to the GameStop that I hated. Then I went down to the one that I like, and I just bought another one. And I did that twice. Third time around, I tried fixing it myself. I had my buddy get the parts for me off of Alibaba. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I just took that as a sign that I am not meant to have a PlayStation 2 anymore, and I started selling off my PS2 games. I still have a few left that I couldn't get rid of. But I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. To hell with it. I'm done. So, do I miss it? Yes. I did have an Xbox that my buddy gave me for free because he was moving out of his parents' house when he got married. And then I had a coworker that was like, I am looking for an Xbox, and I can't find one. I said, I have one. Would you mind selling it to me? Well, I brought it over to her a couple days later, traded in the parking lot. She goes, I'll pay you on payday. Payday came. I'm a little short this month. I'm a little short this time. I'm like, okay, not a problem. And I was being very generous. Well, then she ended up quitting, didn't pay me. And then she's like, I'll come pay you for it. Then I found out she got in a car accident and wrecked the goddamn thing. And I'm like, yeah, she wrecked it. She sold it for fucking drugs. So, and I did find that out, that she sold it for fucking drugs. So that really made me happy. So I got screwed out of an Xbox. And my buddy's probably going to be pissed if he ever finds that out. If he listens to this video, he'll find it out now. Sorry, Sean, I hate to break it to you, but I kind of got screwed there. But yeah, that makes me happy. I got fucked in the A there on that one. And then my GameCube, I played that after my PS2 died, and then when I needed the money because I had no job and nothing was coming in, I'm like, I sold my GameCube, just took what I could get for it, and the only game system I have anymore is a Nintendo DS. That's it. So, no, I don't plan to get the new Demon Slayer game. I probably don't have a system to play it. Unless it's going to be like a mobile game, but even then, it probably won't work for mine. If it's Bandai Namco's doing it, if they make a mobile game, they end up killing it within a couple of years. Because they just recently screwed up SAOIF, and I can't play that now anymore because they made it so that 64-bit is what your tablet or your mobile device has to have, and mine is only 32-bit, so I can't play it anymore, which I'm like, well, I played it since pretty much its inception. I was content with it. I'm a little pissed that now, like all the progress that I made was basically gone, like it's nothing. I was a little annoyed and aggravated by that, but at the same time, yeah, I understand it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work anymore. I was a little pissed. Oh, well. Shit happens, folks. Okay, I want to see a Capcom All-Stars. Hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah, I'd love to see a Capcom All-Stars. I think that would be something that we should definitely get. Personally, to be honest with you, I would love to see Sonic the Hedgehog trying to kick Ryu's ass. I'm dead serious. I would love to see that. I don't think that'll ever happen, but that's something I would love to see. But yeah, I'd love to see a Capcom All-Stars. That would be pretty cool. See like Mega Man take on... well, hell, just Mega Man take on Ryu would be pretty cool. Let's see him try to copy the Hadouken. That would be hilarious. It's like, Mega Man's like, here, I'll copy your power. What's this? Okay, Hadouken. Oh, God. That would be bad. But yeah, I would be down for seeing that. Let's see here. When One Piece ends, who do you think Luffy should end up with? To be honest with you, I don't know. Years ago, I would have said Robin, but then you also have Nami. I honestly don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think it'll be Boa. I don't think it'll be Boa Hancock. She wants him, he doesn't. If you think about it, I mean, he was protective of Nami as hell. He tried protecting Nami and Robin tremendously. Now, of course, you could just say, oh, well, it's, the whole, he's their captain. Yeah, but he gave, temporarily, when he went to take on Arlong, he put his straw hat on Nami's head. He never did that for anybody else. Never. She is the only one that is allowed to touch that hat, aside from him. Because she put Ace's Vivre card, I think it was the Vivre card into it. She wore it when Luffy went to take on Arlong. She is the only person, aside from Shanks and Luffy, to wear that hat. So that kind of tells you where I think Oda's leaning to, but I don't know. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool if it was Nami. I think she kind of deserves it. I mean, because if you think about it, like I said, they also fought together in Big Mom's forest when Luffy was taking on Cracker, and she protected Luffy like crazy until he could use Haki again. So I would say Nami at best, but I know it's not going to be Boa. In all honesty, I'm going to say this. I think it's a toss-up 50-50 between maybe Nami or Robin at this point. I don't see it being anybody else. Toss-up between either Nami or Robin, to be honest with you. So, let's see here. Between Spike, Toonsoft, Cyber Connect 2, Dimps, and 8ing, which one of them is the best when it comes to making anime games? I'm going to say Cyber Connect 2. Because Dimps Dimps, I remember made like a couple games that I had saw. They weren't bad, but I know CyberConnect 2 is pretty good at it. At least most of the stuff that I've seen that they do is pretty anime accurate. I mean, first off, unless they're doing a one-for-one remake of it or a one-for-one, here's the anime series, here's what it is, they're never going to get it perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be exactly the way you foresee it. But this at least gives you sort of an idea of what they're trying to do. And it's not a bad thing what they're trying to do, but at the same time, it's not good either. But they're not bad at it. So I'll go with CyberConnect 2. I mean, out of the four of them, CyberConnect 2 and DIMPS or DIMPS they're the only two that I really recognize. But I know CyberConnect 2, I've seen a couple of their games. I think they're pretty good at it out of what I've seen, but nobody's perfect and everybody can make fuck-ups very easily. Holy crap, we're up to the last question. Damn. Wow, I didn't think oh, Jesus, we've been at this for over an hour. Well, okay, time sure as hell flies when you're, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it, boys and girls? All right. If you had a hideout, what would it be? If I had a hideout. Ooh, that's a good one. If I had a hideout. Well, okay, yeah, if I had a hideout, it wouldn't be like it's just going to be like something really simple and stupid. It would be something definitely that you would not think that this is something somebody's using as a hideout. So, like, I wouldn't use, like, a tree house or something, because you're instantly going to think that. I wouldn't use a cave, because, again, you're instantly going to think that. Because I remember there was, in Pokemon Sapphire, was it Sapphire? No, it was, was it Sapphire? No, I think it was Pro. No, it was Pro. It's the fucking touchscreen. In Pokemon Pearl, Diamond and Pearl, you could make. Well, yeah, you also had the secret bases in the third one too, I think. In a Sapphire, you had the secret bases because I remember getting the. Yeah, so it was Sapphire and Diamond and Pearl, because I remember the whole digging underground bullshit in Diamond and Pearl, because you'd use a touchscreen. And I remember in Sapphire you had the secret bases. It's like here's like a crack in the wall. Here's you can make a secret base here. You want to make a secret base? Okay, we'll make a secret base here. You want to make a secret base in a tree? Oh yeah, we can make a secret base in a tree. And it's like, whatever. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, if I had a hideout, basically, I would kind of do this, like a bunch of abandoned, like wrecked, beat to hell ships or something. I would put like a hideout in there, because nobody's ever gonna expect somebody to be basically in a bunch of wreckage, and you can fix it up like the outside looks like crap to deter people. Like, no, there's nobody in there. There's nobody in there. It's a hideout. Nobody's in there. Whereas the inside looks immaculate. I mean, we're talking, it's structurally sound. It's beautiful looking on the inside. The outside looks like shit on purpose to detract you from wandering inside, because you're like, there's nobody in there. I don't want to set foot in there. I feel like if I set foot on there, I'm gonna get tetanus. I'm gonna like possibly die and collapse and fall into the sea. Whereas the inside, structurally sound, looks beautiful. That's what I would make for a hideout. Would definitely be something like that, because nobody would ever expect that to be a hideout. They would be looking at that like, I don't know what the hell this is. This is a hideout, and I would love that. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, and that's all the questions I got. Wow, that's all of them. That's the end of the October Q&A video. Wow, I think it's October. All right, so let's see here. November. This is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky, because unless I get another job or I find another source of income, I'm not sure if I can do November's. This is going to be tricky. Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right. I will shoot for. Well, I would get Thanksgiving off, but I'd have to put it up on. All right, I'm going to shoot for the 22nd. Okay? The 22nd. And I'll just flash you the peace sign. November 22nd, midnight. Try to have your 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where I live, is the East Coast, to try to have your questions in by, if at all possible. If something changes and I can't do that, I will let everybody know, and I will try to record it and upload it when I can. Keep in mind, this year I know is going to be different work schedule wise, unless, like I said, unless I find something else, because of all the shit that's going on right now. With like limited people wanting to work and limited other shit. I know this is going to be a bit of a difficult year. And the fact that where I work at now, they want me to start coming in there and being there with when the customers are there and interacting with the customers, which I'm not a people person. That's why I like being there early in the morning. If it would be, hey, can you come in a couple extra mornings, I would be, sure, fine, not a problem. But it's, we want you here when the store's open and interacting with the customers, and you guys start helping the customers out. Oh, it's not that I don't want to. I'm not a people person, because you're afraid that if you say the wrong thing, then they report you, and then you get yelled at, and it's like, but I didn't say anything. They asked me a question, I gave them an answer, but it was the way you gave them an answer, and it's like, oh my god, that's what I don't like feeling pressure of. But yeah, so that's a thing. But anyway, I'll try to shoot for November 22nd to have your questions in by, so I can record it as quickly as I can, and then try. I should have Thanksgiving off, because there shouldn't be a fucking place should be open on Thanksgiving. Probably will be after like fucking 6, I bet you. And I'll have to go in there and work. But I should be good, hopefully. God willing. I should be good, I'm hoping. But if not, I will let everybody know. Keep an eye out on Twitter. Keep an eye out on the Web Designer 18 Facebook page. And keep an eye out here. I will try to post it if I have to change the date, or if I'm just going to scrap it, I will post it. Any questions that are submitted, if I'm not, because remember, I'm not doing December's, because I know I'm not going to have the time in December to do it. I will just hold them all, and we'll have this big, massive one for the start of the year then. I'll do one, and I will, because I should. Well, I would have Christmas off. I could record it then on Christmas. So if worst case scenario, if I'm not able to do November's, I will add in November, and any questions that you'll have then. And I will try to fix it up, and I can fix it up, upload it, and I can have it go up on New Year's. Worst case scenario, okay? That is the worst case scenario. Otherwise, that's the best I can offer right now. Because, like I said, schedules are a bitch to work around. Especially mine. Because I only get like 2 decent times where I can do recordings where I'm not disturbing and bothering anybody, and this is one of them. Yay. But anyway, so let me know. Submit your questions. Don't forget, parenthesis, Q, ampersand, A, parenthesis, so I don't answer it right away. And like I said, if I have to change the date, or if I have to change it for any reason, keep your eye on my Twitter page, @OTakeTheRoads. Keep your eye on the Web Designer 18 Facebook page, and keep your eyes peeled here on the channel. I'll either quick put up a video and go, hey, alert, date has to be changed or not happening, just in case. Keep your eyes peeled here on the channel to make sure that you're notified. I do have to put a video up for that. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be made aware just in case. Otherwise, keep your eyes peeled here on the channel. I might put something up on the status thing. If not, Twitter, Facebook, you know the drill. And yeah, so until next time I see yous, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been the monthly Q&A. If I can find a way to stream this, start doing this live, that'll be amazing. I really have to look into that. But for now, this is the best I can do, folks. So until next time, I'm Andrew, and well, see yous around. Bye, everybody.